Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Last time we built this steel mill and brick complex with our coal industry is connected to it, and today we have to figure out how do we connect the main line here. Now, the last few times I started the episodes, I did a lot of talking. Today, a tiny bit of talking because money is going okay. We don't have enough people here. And especially in the winter, there are several people that were waiting here at some point and then just leave. That means we are not picking up at a high enough frequency, so we need to fix that. How do we fix that? Double station trick. You probably know what I'm talking about, but even if you don't, this is how you do it. I'm gonna take... This was a gravel road that I built at some point, but it's really not that important because this is way more important. Get another bus stop, connect it to where we are. Infrastructure, just get out of the way. we don't need you to block stuff. There you go. Just raise all of this up. Very good. I would like that piece of road that's there a little longer so I can make it gravel. This should be fine. Let's extend this out just a little bit. Nice and flat. Good job. And extend this one. And here, same reasoning. Don't make it too crowded, so maybe we can use a machine to build that part. But we're going to build all this because when we do this, we can actually tell the overflow workers from here to go here, and this one will be in range of the other residential buildings as well and everything else from the city. And that is important. Simply because I want to use this purely for the food industry. And that should give us more output or more exports, which right now, again, we're pretty cheap. And our main import, I'll show you, our main import last year was fuel. And we're not going to get rid of that for any time soon. But we also didn't construct much, and I didn't import many construction materials. As you can see, only bricks and some cement. And that's pretty cheap compared to the rest. Ooh, bricks is not as cheap as I thought. 62 tons for 2,000. And coal. We do have some crops laying around here. That was just one truck running back and forth for the farm. The second one was still doing the transport of food to our warehouse. That will change, and I actually can probably tell this guy to no longer stop here. You're just going to go back and forth. And you also don't have to load any more crops from there. All you're going to do is unload food and load everything else from here. I actually don't need you to do any more of this stuff. Just load food, and that's all I want you to do. Wait until full. Yeah, this looks good. Cool. Now we just need to always have this one working at a high efficiency. And the only way to do that I know of is dedicate one bus stop to just them and then have people running from here to here just back and forth. Cool, that's taken care of. The second thing, steel. We will need steel for all the conveyors, all the conveyor engines, all the industries here. Pretty much every building here costs a lot of steel. Just click on it. 200 tons for the coal refinery. Now, we can't afford that in imports. Importing that is just not worth it. And one thing that I haven't actually looked at, which is important, mapping out steel, which costs to buy 500 a ton, making that out of imported coal, 23 tons. So we need, it's a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 coal to 1 iron. So call this 50 tons of coal versus plus 27. So for 75 ruble, we can make a profit of 350 per ton, which is probably worth it. So what I'm gonna do is start out with the steel mill, just build this one, just piecemeal it together slowly. For right now, it's just mostly excavators and just gravel, and then like right now we just need concrete, gravel, and asphalt. There's a lot of this, and the speed at which this will be built will allow me to do everything else, hopefully step by step. But once this is done, We can start importing coal and iron. I may, at that point, have enough money to buy a couple trucks for that. And once we actually produce steel, we can start all our other big construction concepts that we have. Now, some of you have been suggesting, why don't you use this mod or this mod or this mod? Because we're playing vanilla. We're playing vanilla up to the second city. Once the second city is established and ready to go, we will use mods for everything else. But this is a test of if you can do everything you need to do in vanilla without taking out loans. That's all it is. So, not using mods. I know I'm using the conveyor mod and the transformer mod, but those are the only mods I'm going to use. Nothing else. Oh, one thing. Someone said that you cannot feed... Do I not have this one connected? That's stupid. You cannot feed back your windmill to the power grid. That's wrong. You can. I just have to connect this guy. I don't know why it's not connected already. This is gonna be cheap, so I'm sure we're gonna be fine building this money-wise. There you go. You can, absolutely. I have this windmill and this windmill currently connected to the power grid, and they're feeding into the power grid. How do I know that? When this number is bigger than 10, you can switch to export, and you're actually gonna export something. Not a lot, not a ton, but it's going up. The number is going up. You are exporting power. But once it's below 10, this number usually goes small enough that it's really not worth it. But I played with this for a little while. It's just not worth the risk of people having no power. So if you want to do this, you need a dedicated grid for wind energy that you can export, and a dedicated grid for regular power, which you want to import, and that itself is not ideal to start with. Simply because if you have it set up that way, you may buy something on one border post and export it at the other, so you're always going to make a loss because you buy it for more than what you're selling it for. So that just doesn't work. So don't do that. But it's possible. If you set it up right, you can definitely export wind power. It could be your oil replacement, really. If you have space somewhere to put 36 of the large windmills, you can export 18 megawatts of power in high enough winds. So, hey, it's an option. It's not something I really want to do, but it's there. Great. So everything here is doing things. Oh, sweet. This guy's already done. And we have people waiting there. I don't want anyone but workers here, and I'm going to do this. Yes. We're going to try this, and we will see how bad this is. The one problem... So I set up just the workers to just switch between these so they never leave. The one problem with that is that the way it was, if you don't do that, they may go to any other workplaces that are around. Now I told them they can't do that, and they may, well, they may get cranky, they may go home, they may not do what you want them to do. But this is what we're going to do. I just tell this bus to pick up as many people as possible, one group from here and one group from here. And hopefully that means more people will work in the food factory. 9, that's great. Do a couple more here. We do have a lot of... The population is growing, and it's doing better than it was before, and that is awesome. This number is still higher than I want to. I think I should have just added meat, and I should have added this pool earlier, but I didn't. And that's fine, and there are natural dips here that just happen, but overall we are growing. That's what we want. So how many do we have here? What? Oh. No, no, no. No more unloading here. Just 100% of people getting in. We're no longer unloading any potential workers. Not gonna happen. Yeah, he went from here with 9 to here with less than 9 and then just said, okay, bye. I'm like, no, that's not what we're gonna do. Gravel roads. Gravel, more roads. And now the complicated piece. I want this to be connected to the main line, but the main line has to run through this without being interfered with. So, what is our best option? Technically, we have three connections here, one there, and one there that are all important. Let's call it that. But we don't have a ton of space here. It looks like we have space there, but really it's all a little mountainous and a little complicated, and putting anything there like a waiting rail yard may be complicated. So we have a lot more room on this side that may play a role in what I want to do next. There's also this line over here that has to be connected at some point, but for right now, this is just loading coal, not importing coal, so I think we can ignore this for the time being. Because the only thing I'm going to import coal in is this one right now. Because for bricks, yeah, it would be nice to not have to buy bricks, but honestly, bricks aren't that good of an export that I really need to worry about that. So we're just gonna bring in coal and iron ore here. But now that I said it out loud, I feel like maybe I should find a way to also import it, because this right now is the only import, or the only storage for coal. And it's connected in a way that I really can't do much else here. Like, I would have to replace this one, put some loading operation somewhere in this area, and then connect it and actually unload into there. It's not a terrible option. It's not the worst option in the world. It is something we can easily do, but do I want to do that right now? Right now is the place to... I said I don't want to talk so much. No, let's just get started. Let's just get started with the rail. And yes, I am still building just the regular concrete rail, because well, you need to build something. You need to start somewhere, and that's what we're going to do this way. U-rail. This is the main line. I'm going to try to keep it nice and flat as much as possible. If you really want nice connections between your rails, do this. Just pull it out as far as you can. And then when you're done leveling it, just go backwards a little bit and start the next connection, and that will be nice. That will be a nice connection. Cool. Get this one out here. This is supposed to be the main line. Now, how do I want to handle the entrances here? I think that I want just all of this one way, so there's a through station, and I think I want this to be the exit on this side. Let's see if we can handle that. Can you come down here? Of course you can. Can you go across here? Yes, you can. I want to plan for the future, and just crossing the road here may not be our best option. Okay, I know that that one connects. I know that all of these will connect relatively easy. This one will be a little harder, so I should probably move out our point of connection here. But to exit, it should be a pretty relatively easy connection. One will be on this side. Let's just pretend like we want to connect this. Yeah. That's working pretty good, and we can get everything else in there. And the other connection, we can use the new and improved bridges, I think. I've seen this Araf do this, so I'm going to steal that just a little bit because I liked it. 1, 2 up, just for the right angle. And then instead of doing all the... I saw it. Instead of doing all the fancy groundwork that I've been doing, usually when I do these connections, this may be enough. How high is this? It's relatively high, but this rail also is going up high, so... not as pretty as I want it to be, but it is functional. It does what I need it to do. Can you connect somewhere? You can. Can you get in here? So if that connects, these all should connect also somewhere there. I would like to not have this many nodes, but okay, whatever. This is all concrete. It doesn't have to be super pretty, but this is very functional and does exactly what I need it to do. Now this one, coal line. I'm hesitant because technically this road is not as important until a lot of trains are running, and there shouldn't be a lot of trains going over this section. So this piece of road is the only thing that's important because we have a bus station here that's supposed to supply all of these guys. And I should probably, while I'm here, add this so I don't forget. Cool. So I could just put a bridge here on the roadside and not worry about the rail. But is that the best option? Can this one actually connect to where I need you? Yes, you can. Good. Yeah, this is our exit. That's fine. I will just put the signals in the right places, and then this should all be good. Yeah, that is our exit. That looks good. This one has to connect here, and there will definitely be a bridge at some point here in some location. But for right now, we're just doing this. Yep, a little rounder. That's good. Global what? Global market report. The price of coal ore in global markets going down. Nice. That's nice for me, but right now I don't have a way to store coal, so it doesn't really help me that much. I'm gonna put this back a little bit because that kink is a little sharper than what I wanted it to be. Need a free excavator? Yeah, no, whatever. That'll work. That'll be just fine. So now, this is our exit with the exit ramp, and we should be able to really put signals everywhere, and this junction is not that humongous, so I'm actually okay with how that looks. I like that. The second piece is to connect everything else to the main line out here. I don't have any excavators right now. Okay. Let's get rid of all the other messages. Now this is still a thing that I need to figure out, because I need the resources here. I also want to run the main highway through this section, so I prefer not to build anything behind this. But maybe I can. No, but there's a junction here. Do I need another junction over here? Is that wise? Obviously, I can just do a really simple junction here, like this. That bridge, let's complete that. That should be fine. And then what? Don't have an excavator. Are they all here? Yeah, they're all waiting here. What are you waiting on? Just a little more gravel. Did you take all the gravel away? No. Yeah. So, okay, what we can do here is just remove one of the offices, so we now have some excavators available. This one. Cool. I'll reassign that later. But is this going to be enough? Just a normal triangular junction, or do we... Is this gonna hurt? Is this gonna hurt later on? I'm gonna guess it is. I'm very much guessing that this will bite me later. Planning the rail, don't be stupid. Oh, there's something I remembered here that I wanted to do. We don't want this, we don't want this, but what we want is some parallel track for a little while that can then just reconnect at some point. Same thing here, simply because you don't want to interrupt the main line if you can, and this will give us a little more queuing room for getting everything set up. But this kind of really bothers me because I don't see a way to make this work unless I make this the exit and find another way that's non-blocking for the entrance. I don't like any of this. Not one bit. Terraforming is not really doing anything either. And if we do this, we also have to connect it on this side. Which looks like a no-go. Come on. No, I can't. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave this junction for a little bit until I figure out a better option. Because I don't want to block the main line. I don't want that. But the only way to do that would mean... Well, there are a lot of options, but none of them are really great. Let's fix the end here. The end junction. If you just come out here... I'm trying to give myself a little bit of room to work with that mountain that's right next to me. That may not work. Okay, let's try it again. Let's do it again, just better. Thank you. There we go. Rail, let's do the outside first. Yep, lower everything, that's good. Wiggle around a little bit so you get a little more space to place a second track, and this looks okay. So we have to connect to here. We have to connect to all of these guys. All of these guys should be pretty simple, although this needs a little bit of wiggle room. This is probably way too long, but it's okay. Then why not? Just connect that. Okay. There is an angle. Get this back a little bit. Now connect you. Stop fighting me. Stop fighting me. Okay, we're gonna go there. No problem. Have one connected here. I think this will work. Yeah, this will work just fine. You can pretend like you're going out this way. I don't like this. Too kinky. That's better. And then here, just go up to the junction. You go there. And you just go here. Now we have a little bit of wiggle room. We have a little bit of space. And we have a little bit of a rail yard. Now this is totally necessary. We learned last time that my rail yards are not required. But I still like them. And I'm still going to use them. And I'm still going to build it like this. So you can't stop me. Yeah. Got myself too excited there. That's okay. Okay, so this one's done and happy. I think over here is our best option to place a junction that connects to this. So we're driving on the right. Can I get one out here? Yes. Yes, I can. This is fine. This is fine. This one obviously comes from the other side. So where am I? Where am I going with this main line? Main line, are you? Oh, actually, I'm lucky. I want to get to the water. So that's the exact right location that I'm pointing it at. That is surprising, but I will take it. Okay, you're on top of the mountain now, so bear with me. Saw it. I saw yellow. Yellow, come here. Ah. We should be out of excavator range here pretty soon, so that's a little scary. Okay, back this up a little bit so we can actually do what we need to do. Yeah, it appears that this is the max range of our current construction office, which is fine. So let's reassign these guys to here. Still waiting for gravel. Didn't you already do gravel earlier? I thought we did. Should be fine. How are our people doing over here? That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. This is fine. Looks like we have a few more deaths than usual. Let's check that. This looks fine. Last month. No deaths. That's weird. 7 escapes. Yeah, that looks fine. I think everything is fine. Educated people over 100. That should keep us going. 15 people working here. That is excellent. This number is going down. That's good. We are selling some food. Yeah. This all looks great. We just have to connect the rest of this. But I have a feeling, even though there is this ridge line over here, which I do appreciate that, it's not going to be easy to connect what we want, because I need to connect from this side. I'm going up the hill. Yeah. I didn't expect this to be easy, but this one should be a little easier. Got some excavators there, and all we have to do is connect to this side of the rail. Again, the main line just runs right through, and everything else connects here. I think we have a chance to not use that. And start connecting things. You. Oh, you. Here you go. Come on. There you are. You come out here. Thank you. Why is there only one excavator working here? That's wrong. Not what I want. And... cool. That one's in. This one, I do realize it's a long detour. A very long detour to get people or to get trains in here, but I don't know that there's a good alternative. Can you just... There you go. I don't know that there's a good alternative, and I'm not making this rail yard humongous like I usually do. It's more like a normal sized, so that should count for something. This is way too early. I can't put it there simply because I need a connection from here. So can you... Come on. Are they... Oh, I did reassign them, didn't I? Okay, let's unassign the other one. You. And we should be able to get some excavators. There we go. So it's there. There. Come on, I know it's a little bit of rock, but you can do this. There you go. That connection is fine. This one, of course, isn't. Another episode with a lot of terraforming, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and it's technically it's sort of free. You pay for gas, and fuel is expensive, but you can do it. That counts for something. Yep. This intersection is done. This one, I need to build a construction office out here, and then I have to move some vehicles, but before we even tackle that, there's a lot of other stuff to do, and we need more money. What do you need? Oh, 104 tons of concrete. How's that going? There are people here. There's a cement mixer. Yeah. They're just doing their thing. And that's going to take a while until everything is done. So, yeah. What's our tally? We are good on crops. I could maybe use the crops for clothing if I really want to. We are okay on food. This guy is exporting food again. Nice. Another load of that. So this is all working. How are our people doing? A good indicator is always just to go here and look at your happiness. We are just after winter, and happiness is not terrible, but it could be better. But nobody's really missing much of anything. So I'm going to take that as a positive. Yep. This looks fine. Nobody's doing sport. People are here. I can probably kill this one, but there's only one person really doing anything there, so it may not be that necessary. You... Oh, where are you going? I will have to build another fuel station somewhere in this area. Ooh, it did the paths. I didn't expect it to do that already. Cool. Yeah, we have this little thing now planned. It's a little convoluted, but I think it makes enough sense what I'm trying to do. I have to get this road connected somewhere here. I'm not sure that I'm going to run it through here. It has to be a highway. Maybe I'll remove one of the fields, maybe 2 fields. I don't know yet. Honestly, it's not that important. It's road. Rail is way more important later on. And right now, everything looks good. I'm a little scared of building all of this, and then I have to turn everything into electrified rail, because that's the thing that I don't want to make the same mistake as last time. But that's a future me problem, not a right now problem. So, like, subscribe, Patreon, membership, all the stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.